Well, hi everyone. A channel viewer sent me a link to an interesting video. It appears to have been originally posted on TikTok by a guy named Chaswell, or a person named Chaswell. And it looks like it was reposted to Twitter. I'm just going to play it here, and then I've got several comments because I think it's very interesting.
So I want y'all to see, this is in Georgetown, Kentucky. This is an interstate bridge. That's a normal pillar. Now this is one, we're gonna take a look at that. There's concrete on the ground. You can see all this rebar, and it's split right there. Here's another angle of it, but it's not looking too good. Again, there's some normal ones there. How much longer does this bridge have? There's normal ones.
Okay, so what we can see in that video is a pier column that appears to be in very poor condition. The concrete cover has spalled off of the column, leaving exposed rebar that appears to be heavily corroded. You can hear water running down this pier column. It doesn't indicate in the video when it was recorded, but you can imagine if it was posted here recently. There's been a lot of snow throughout the area. When the snow melts, the water runs down the bridge. There appears to be inadequate drainage. There's several interesting aspects of this video that I'm going to cover because it has broad applicability to bridges that I've covered in the past on this channel, as well as just overall concerns for bridges in general, why drainage in particular is so important, proper drainage, that is. Now, I mentioned that appears to have been a repost on this ugly trucker channel, and I want to credit some of these other folks on Twitter, Bullfrog P and Matt Dersh. I use their information to identify the location of this bridge. It's in Georgetown, Kentucky, based on this information. Georgetown's just to the north of Lexington, Kentucky. And the particular area that we're talking about here is this Cherry Blossom Road, State Highway 620, that's about 0.4 miles east of US 75. And the bridge in question appears to cross this rail line here. You can see that in the video. And there's a Norfolk Southern building located just to the north of this bridge. Now, this is a Google Street View image from 2018. We're looking southward here. We can see the middle pier that's just to the left of the railroad tracks in this photo. So we're looking directly at the north side of the pier, and the video appears to have been taken on the south side of this pier looking north. And again, you could see the concrete cover's missing. It looks to have been rather thin to begin with. Normally, you want to have 2 to 3 inches of concrete cover, certainly 3 inches minimum, where the structure is adjacent to soil. You have a little bit thinner cover where it's just exposed to air. But in this video, you can hear water just running down from this expansion joint. There appears to be no inlet drain to discharge through a pipe and get the water away from this pier column. Now, I checked the National Bridge Inventory database, and it indicates this is a structure number 105B00105N, and it indicates this bridge was constructed in 1987. It's a 4-lane bridge, 2 lanes in each direction. So it's approaching nearly 40 years in age. It's probably getting near the end of its useful life, although the roadway's still open, and I think that condition of that pier column is rather concerning. Now, the last bridge inspection was conducted March of 2025, and the bridge received an overall condition rating of P, meaning poor, which is the lowest overall bridge condition category, which means structurally deficient. And you can see from the rating here, the deck and the superstructure is rated as 7, which is good. The substructure, which includes the exposed pier columns there that we saw in the video, is a 4, which is poor condition. It looks like this Highway 620 has a daily traffic count of nearly 12,000 vehicles per day. And I got a little bit more information from Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, the owner of this bridge's website, again showing that inspection was done here in 2025. And the inspection frequency is every 2 years for this structure. So you can see that over a period of years, I haven't seen any of the inspection reports, but a condition like this doesn't develop in a 2-year period between inspections. So I would have no doubt that this pier column's condition has been deteriorating for many, many years. And again, the lack of proper drainage is the big culprit here, especially in states like Kentucky where they do salt their roads in the winter to de-ice the bridge deck. So you get that salty water, it's running down the face of these substructure elements, this pier column. It's got a crash wall at the base of the pier column. And in the video, it shows a lot of concrete spalling, exposed rusty rebar for that crash wall as well. I'm more concerned about the pier column, or would be. Now, some of you have noticed, no doubt, that there's more than one pier column at a given pier location, but typically these pier columns are non-redundant. And I did a recent video where a milk tanker truck went off the road in Idaho and crashed into the bridge pier and took out one of the pier columns. And they closed the road until they can get some temporary shoring installed. But again, it's not the typical case where you could say, oh, well, we can have one pier column essentially corrode out and it is seriously degraded, but we'll be fine because we've got more pier columns there. So I think this situation, I don't want to be unduly alarmist. It's an unfortunate situation with many bridge structures throughout the country where deterioration is ongoing, but there appears to be no efforts right now anyway to redirect this water and to clean and patch this pier column. So I'd be curious what Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has to say about this particular bridge. I'm going to continue doing my research and see if I can get my hands on the specific inspection report for this bridge. But as I mentioned, this bridge in Idaho, they came in and put in shoring towers to support the bridge, and they were able to reopen traffic on the highway that's below this bridge. But from what I understand, they've kept traffic off of this bridge in the interim. So I think it's very interesting that people are alert to bridge issues and posting things they see that could be of concern to social media. So if you have things like that, please reach out to me. I'll put my email in the description to this video. And before I leave, I'd like to send a shout out to those of you who've contributed to buy me a coffee. That's an excellent way to support this channel. I also want to send a shout out to the channel members and those of you who have contributed to super thanks. So thanks very much. And I appreciate everybody watching. Please stay tuned for future videos.